What's going on YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. This video we're going to be talking about Teen Titans issue number 42. This is the first issue written solely by Robbie Thompson. He's the new writer who is taking over the book. I don't know for how long. I don't even know if this book's going to make it past issue 50. At this point, I'm kind of doubtful. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with this new team. In all honesty, I kind of want the whole thing to kind of be rebooted, restart fresh, new team, new things. But yeah, so this issue, as you can see in the cover, Brother Blood is apparently dead. You see blood on Damian's hands, which is, again, another misleading cover to indicate that this character has been put through the shitter and just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Like, the past 2 years for his character has been absolutely just downhill, downward spiral since Justice League No Justice and the events of the Teen Titans special, which was written by Adam Glass. Again, I think this is both kind of the writer and it's also DC editorial and executives kind of doing this thing. So I can't entirely blame the writer for what they did, because this is a direction that DC editorial has gone with. Really, since No Justice, I think since Bendis and that came in. I don't know. I don't understand why you'd want to go in this direction, though. It just doesn't seem like the right mindset for me personally, and for the fans too. Like, you want the characters to grow and be better. No, let's just make it worse. And again, if there was like a light at the end of the tunnel, I'd be okay with some things, but we really haven't gotten that. It's just been a continued downward spiral for like the 2 years I've been covering it on this channel. And it's unfortunate. I want to see things get better, but they really aren't. And even with the new writer coming in, I don't know if that's the case. Now, granted, I think this was a better written issue than the last couple ones. I think from what I've seen from Thompson, like, he seems to be kind of trying to fix some things that happened in the previous book. But again, we're just going to have to kind of wait and see like how he does after a couple of issues. Like, this issue overall, I think, is okay. There's some decent stuff in here, but there's like some stuff that still kind of irks me. As we'll kind of get into things. Things are kind of just like thrown in out of nowhere. But yeah, let's go ahead and get through the issue like we always do. And remember, everybody, maintain social distance. So the issue opens up with Damian kind of narrating things. He's having a conversation with Alfred about the fact that he's kind of alone. He's definitely got some major anger issues. This is obviously after the fact that Alfred has died. Like I said, a lot of stuff has gone on with him since Alfred died. Because, as you know, he blames himself for Alfred's death. Which, again, that hasn't really been emphasized much in this book since now, actually. It's been kind of something that's in the afterward, because Teen Titans has kind of been like separate really from all the other events going on in the DC universe. It feels kind of like it's off in its own little corner, and only now they're starting to acknowledge some things, and that's kind of been like a disappointment. I think a better reasoning to explain some of Damian's downward spiral could have been, okay, his brother, Dick Grayson, was shot and he lost him. His best friend's gone, and now Alfred's gone. He blames himself. So he's feeling alone. He's angry. His teammates are having issues with him. He's just going in a constant downward spiral and has no real sense of guidance. Because, again, this is like a 14 or 15-year-old kid, and he's got nobody to look out for him. His teammates blame him for everything. When, again, they were totally involved in a lot of this stuff. And, again, most of the blame just kind of fallen entirely on him, especially, which does irritate me considering like what happened with the last team, and you had Roundhouse manipulating the whole team and all that other nonsense. So yeah, Damian definitely has his issues. We see him, he's fighting people in New York City. He's like, my prison, I tried to take a stand. He's like, what I did, it's not enough. So you can see he's angry, he's broken, he's beating the shit out of criminals. Obviously he didn't kill him because he's got him tied up right here, but he definitely left him severely injured. So we got that stuff, and then we see that Roundhouse is at his place. He's like, the team is over, my dreams are over. Well, this is on you, buddy. You're the same guy who, if I'm not mistaken, you had lied to your entire team. You basically manipulated all of them. You took over Jin's ring to control her, to attack the people in her team, and for some reason you don't really face too many repercussions for that, because as we can see in the next page here, Crush is here, and she's basically like his friend, even though Jin is gone, and it's primarily Roundhouse's fault too, for the fact that he lied on the team. Also, he dropped Red Arrow out a window, and that doesn't seem to like really raise any big repercussions. It's like, hey, we're a family, we're friends, we're back together. No, you did all these things, and you're not really going through like a trial to like regain everyone's trust. It kind of feels like it's a bit thrown out the window there. Like, I felt like there's a lot of key components that were missing there. And then other things too, we have Kid Flash here talking to Emiko about the whole situation. She's meditating. She's back at Mercy Hall, and she's feeling regrets, obviously, about the killing of Deathstroke thing, which I still have to emphasize, we don't have an explanation for why she did what she did. When we went to that issue where they went to hell, I figured that would have been the perfect opportunity to face her insecurities, but the twist of it all was she was holding Wallace, because they're trying to set up another fucking love romance triangle. I don't know what they're going to do with this, because even he tries to, like, hit on her out of nowhere, mind you, because he never showed any interest in her in the entire previous run by Adam Glass. This just feels like, okay, new writer, we're going to throw this thing in here, like, right off the get-go. And I'm just like, oh, God, not again. Or maybe we'll be lucky, and this will kind of be like with Damien and Jin, where they kind of just, like, I teased it, but then they just didn't go anywhere with it. So I'd be totally okay with that. I'm just like, right now, I just want good stuff. I don't care if there's any romance or anything in these books. In fact, I don't want any more in this book. I just want it gone, 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 gone. Just focus it on being heroes and being, you know, doing good and stuff. But again, one of my issues there was when, obviously when they went to hell, and she kind of faced off against Deathstroke, it would have made total sense if it wasn't Wallace she was holding, but it was Damien, because she killed Slade because she was protective over Damien. Would have made perfect sense, but again, we still don't have a legitimate freaking reason, and this kind of makes me think that maybe it was supposed to be Damien early on, but they changed it last minute because they were going in a different direction. Maybe this is what the new writer wants to do. Maybe this is what Glass want to do. I really honestly don't know. But again, that whole reasoning with that just felt kind of tacked on and out of nowhere. We never saw anything like really develop between them. It just kind of feels like, okay, we're throwing this on. He's like, oh, now I'm really interested in you now that we're not a team. Where was this beforehand? It would have made more sense. It was more set up. But again, it's not. So again, the team is back together. Again, last issue, they all walked off. And now they're just magically back together from the previous one. So you see Damien there. Now they got to go figure out why Brother Blood is dead. Again, Damien's still having his issues, and he's like thinking about Alfred, obviously because Alfred died, which is the first time they're really kind of like bringing this up. So I guess it's finally catching up the rest of continuity. I don't know. Damien's a completely lost character. Crush is talking to him. She's just like, blah blah blah. She's gone, and Damien blames himself. He's like, yeah, you're right. It's all my fault. So we're kind of getting a bit more into his depression, just that Wallace is trying to hit on Emiko, and then Roundhouse comes in. Hey, team, we're best buddies. Like, oh god, no, get him off there. I'm sick of Roundhouse. He's my least favorite character on this whole thing. I just wanted him gone. I was actually more interested when he was set up to be a villain, but they kind of threw that out the window. Like, oh, we're gonna have another redemption arc. I'm so sick of redemption arcs. So then they fight like Brother Blood's minions or whatever. And then they're kind of like, are we a team? Not really. We still got to figure out what's going on here. So we're kind of back together again. Again, I don't understand why these people are even working together, especially considering all the issues they've had. It doesn't make sense to me. And you'd think they were like, okay, we're going to finally be together. It'd be better. Really, no. We're not really. And then kind of the issue ends with Batman here. He's at the place that was shown where Damien and Alfred would play chess. And then he finds a broken photograph, and the next issue you're going to find out who tried to kill Brother Blood. If it's Damien, I'm going to be really pissed. They didn't really set that up, but again, I'm just kind of fearful of what they're going to do with this character. Because again, he's my favorite character on this whole team. He's gotten it really bad. Red Arrow got it really bad. Those are the two characters this whole book that got things the worst. There hasn't been anything really all that good in terms of like character development with those two. It's just pretty much primarily been character regression. And again, I would like things to be better, but in all things it's not. But I did appreciate this issue. For some things, one thing, Jin wasn't in it. I'm kind of tired of her character. I just kind of want her to go away for a while. Maybe she'll come back in later on. But again, certain things are just kind of like, okay, we're back together, even though the last issue, like, we're broken apart. There was no, like, it just kind of felt like the last issue's ending was kind of meaningless since they're kind of back together again. They're going to do another case-solving thing, and how is this still a team? I know I've said this for, like, I don't know, like 20 videos since I've been covering this whole thing, but how are they still a team or kind of working together? Like, this team, considering the previous team was done after the events of, like, No Justice, which, again, happened off panel. I still have to emphasize that every single time because even to this day, it still kind of irritates me. Oh, No Justice happened, so I want to break up with this team, but never seem to, like, work together with them. But okay, this team here, which has had somebody betray them, mind you, and attempt to, you know, manipulate somebody, do all these terrible things that have happened. They're constantly at each other's throats. They haven't really done anything good. There's no sense of friendship or camaraderie because the Titans are supposed to be friends. They don't. This group does not feel like friends. I don't really see any pure friendship amongst them. The closest was Damian and Emiko because of interactions they had prior, and it felt like they could have been, had a strong friendship in there. But yeah, again, just dumb. Just dumb. I'm going to try and give Thompson a chance to see what he's got to do. I like that one shot that he did in the Robin 80th. But again, we don't know how things may have changed in terms of plans, because obviously a lot of stuff got delayed. Obviously the whole 5G thing that DC was going to go through has changed as well. We had the pandemic, which pushed things back and changed. A lot of plans have for sure changed, but we don't know how far things are going to go. Obviously, from what I heard, there's going to be something big in regards to Damian's character that's going to play a factor in the upcoming Batman books. And I guess originally Tynion was supposed to finish off his run, but I guess he's getting extended. So I think Damian's going to finally go back into the Batman books for a while. I don't know what he's going to do. It's pretty much a given that he's going to lose his Robin mantle in the annual. We don't know for how long or what's going to happen. Maybe the Joker is going to kidnap him, but he's going to play a factor in some of these storylines. There's a lot of issues that need to be worked out between him and his dad. And again, I have issues with Bruce too. While he's off, fooling around with Catwoman on a beach, he could have been, a better dad. But he hasn't been a better dad. Alfred's gone. He's just been kind of like, other characters can still be parents too and do all this stuff. But yeah, it feels like really for the past 2 years, it's just been kind of a mess in terms of the Bat family. Like, none of them have really gotten anything good going for them. It feels like they're really kind of disbanded. And it's a shame. The Bat family should feel pretty united. And again, I wouldn't mind it so much if it was like, okay, a few months here and there, but it's been like 2 years. It's been kind of a mess ever since then. So I just hope that they actually have like just a conversation, not really a fight or anything, or Bruce hitting him like he hit Jason Todd, which is to me still unacceptable for the whole thing. I want to see him be a parent and actually sit down and talk and have some real emotions to it. Have like, I think, what would be best in my eyes is if Damian's character, like, he kind of gives up the mantle willingly himself for a little while due to like depression and everything. Like, Bruce benches him like, look, you're not in the right state of mind. Everything that could go wrong for you has gone wrong for you. But you know what? I'm going to step up. I'm going to be a better dad now. And I think the thing that you need to do most of all, you need to take a break from all this. It's just too much on you. You're still just a kid. All these traumatic things have happened to you. We need to be strong. You lost your grandfather, Alfred, and I lost a father figure in Alfred. And we need to get things back on track. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. And I guess Damian's going to be out of I don't know if he's going to be out of the Teen Titans book for a bit. Which, you know what? I'm glad. Because this Teen Titans book, since really started Rebirth, has not done well for his character overall. And again, same with the other characters too. Like Red Arrow especially. Like, she's gotten it really bad. They had her kill Deathstroke, although he's still alive for whatever reasons. It could have been something done better. But again, it's not really fully explained, much to my disappointment. And then you got Crush, who's still depressed about what's going on with Jin. Roundhouse, I can't stand Roundhouse. Wallace is just like, I don't know what they're really going to do with him. There really is nothing to do. They can't really find anything to do with Wallace, come to think of it. It's just kind of like, okay, remember the first Rebirth run where you had your thing with Raven? We're just going to kind of throw that in there. We'll do that with you. And now you're going to have the same thing with Red Arrow, just kind of thrown together out of nowhere. No real like sense of build up to it whatsoever, or really nothing from the get-go. Again, just kind of more issues that I have with this book. But yeah, well, Jin was gone, so I'm kind of glad she's going to be out of this. She was out of this issue. I think we needed a break from her and her storyline, and especially the fact that she's like, you did this to me, Robin. Like, you used you manipulated me, blah, 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 even though I totally agreed to the whole, like, mind-wiping thing. So, yeah, again, I try to remain hopeful, but just the way things have kind of gone, I don't really know anymore. I want things to be good. I really, really do. I want characters to grow. I don't want them to regress. I want good things to happen. But it's been going on for 2 fucking years, and, like, nothing. Like, what has this run done? Like, in general, like, what good has this done these characters? It, like, for the characters who've been around for a few years, really, like, nothing really all that good. And that's kind of my disappointment with it. I want things to be better. Again, I don't entirely blame the writers now that I found out that there's, like, again, DC Editorial has a say in this. So who's ever making the choices on this, if you're watching this video, please fix things, make them better. We don't want to see these characters turn into villains. We want to see them grow into heroes, heroics. And again, too, if you're to make a character who, again, I have to bring up well, kind of Damien and Emiko are kind of the same, on the same boat with this, but I'll emphasize Damien because obviously he's my favorite on this whole team. You had the redemption thing. You don't really need to kind of run through that again. And again, you don't need to move him towards a villain because that just makes the entire journey completely worthless. I hate that because it tells me this. You go through all this development, you evolve somebody into a hero. He had the fucking Robin Son of Batman, the whole Year of Blood thing, which was the redemption thing, which was a great thing written by Patrick Gleason. Fantastic book. Read Robin Son of Batman. You had that, and then you had stuff like Super Sons. And it was great. People loved it. People were like, okay, this is it. Like, I like seeing this character really grow. And then you're like, no, we're going to throw that all away and recycle the same thing again. But this time we're going to make it much worse. No. And again, if he ends up becoming like a true like villain in the Bat books for whatever stupid reason, I don't know whose brilliant idea that was. And I'm being sarcastic when I say it because it's not a brilliant idea. It's a terrible idea. No, it's not. And again, what does that say? What does that say? That's probably the most hopeless thing you can think of. So that goes to tell me that so it's like no matter what, you're just going to live your upbringing. No matter what you do, no matter how much you try, you're incapable of changing for the better. And that's the thing that irritates me the most about it. Man, I got a lot off my chest with this one. So again, those are my thoughts on this and kind of the state of the whole like DC Comics thing as an issue itself. Like, all things considered, this was handled better than like the last issue, and I'm gonna try and give this thing some time, just to see what Thompson has up his sleeve. I don't hate this issue. It's just kind of my frustration with the direction of a lot of this stuff. Again, new writer has to take over. I was kind of hoping he kind of just fix things quickly and move into something better, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm just kind of tired of this run. I'm kind of burnt out. I want something good to happen. I do. I really do. But we'll just have to wait and see. So, yep, that's it. That's all I got to say about this issue. What are your thoughts on it in the comment section down below? Hit that bell for notifications, like this video, share it with everybody, talk about it, share it, we'll talk, blah, 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 all that fun stuff. And anyways, for all of you who subscribe to the channel, I really appreciate it, all of it. All your comments, all your support. It really means the world to me. I want this to get better, and I know everybody's watching this video wants this book to get better. Like, I mean, reboot it or do something good with it. Don't regress. Progress characters. I hate character regression. So that's my main takeaway. Let's move to the better. Let's move towards the light. These are the Teen Titans. They should be friends. They're not the Justice League. They're Teen Titans. They're foundation of friendship and family. But there has not been that at all since this team took over. Give me that. Or bring back the previous Rebirth team. Do that. So, yeah. Alright, that's all I got to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then. And I will see you all in the next video. More content coming up and stuff like that. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye-bye then. I'll see you all in the next video. Be good. Please be good. Teen Titans, please. I want things to be good. Okay, bye.